a very vital match for the season, and we'll give you first the Oldham team who came out onto the field first. Number 1, Platt, Irving, Foy, Anderson, John Henderson, Clark, Ford, Donegan, Ron Duane, Fieldhouse, Round, McAllister, Russell, and their substitutes John Cogger and Keith Atkinson. The Salford team hit by some injuries. Number 1, Dave Fell, and then John Gilfillan, Martin Burkitt, Peter Williams, Adrian Hadley, Steve Kerry, Ian Sherritt, Mark Lee, Francis Leota, Shane Hansen, David Shaw in for Mick Waddle, who we only heard about a few moments ago, has pulled a pulled hamstring. Andy Burgess at 13, and the substitutes Jason O'Loughlin and John Walsh. The referee, Mr. Brian Galtress of Bradford. Steve, rather a bit of a blow with about 4 or 5 regular first-teamers out of Salford team through injury just now.
Yeah, that's right, Jim, but we said before that this Salford squad's good in depth. It's a big day for the club, it's a big day for these players out there. It's the quarter-final of the Cup, 2 games away from Wembley, can you believe it? I mean, it has to be said that on paper, perhaps it's the Oldham team that must be favourites. They might be languishing down the bottom of the first division, but when you look down the individuals concerned, they've all of them got enormous potential. But if that's the plus for Oldham, let's not forget that our Salford lads have performed so well, so consistently this season, undefeated in the league, and in the previous round we beat Sheffield Eagles, another first division team. So it's the cup game, anything's possible, and my fingers are crossed, Jim.
Okay, well, it's underway with Oldham striving to get away from their 22-metre area. And Fieldhouse there taken down. Now there'll be a kick. David Fell taken down over the 22-metre. He did well to let that bounce and run away. It was an awkward ball. That's gone to Gilfillan. And there's Shane Hansen. Always a fierce testing time in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Plenty of hard tackles going in at this stage of a cup tie.
Yes, and I think with this, the first 20 minutes of this game is going to be particularly vital. There's a good kick. Oh, not quite making touch. I think they're going to be particularly vital if Salford's forwards can keep the Oldham players penned down. That could well turn out to be to Salford's advantage significantly as the game goes on. But there we are, quite early on, seeing that Oldham potential.
Yes, almost breaking completely, but well covered in the end by John Gilfillan. Oh, and there's a spilled ball. Francis Leota in the action there. Hard tackling forward. Again, driving, fell back. Does well though, Fell. Takes them on. Good chase by Oldham. And the ball's dropped. Ball's dropped. Ah, sad out of there, Steve.
Yes, Adrian Hadley will be disappointed for that effort. We've seen some great attacking kicks from Oldham already that have really pushed David Fell back, playing in his other custom position of full-back. And very important that Salford hang on in this day, but it's too late. It's over. Comfortable try in the opening minutes.
It's easy try in the end by Richard Irving. That's in 4 minutes and a try, all from an error, and that's what you must do, especially at this level. If the other team make an error, you should capitalise on it immediately. A loose forward took that ball from the scrum, and well, we were short on that side. And Duncan Platt kicking. No. So Salford 4 points down after about 4 minutes. Now they've got to pick themselves up, shake that off, and get back down the other end of that field and really let's show the team spirit and teamwork that they noted for this season. Of course, one of the things, Steve, it's a tremendous difference in pace in the first division, and that's to Oldham's advantage. They're well used to it, and Salford are used to a more leisurely pace in the second division.
Yes, but in all fairness, it was a well-worked try from Oldham. They controlled that scrum, they created an overlap very comfortably, but I'm sure Salford won't give up, like you say. There's another factor in this game. Both teams have got league implications. Oh, look at this pace now, look at that run. But the pass is still made. Great attack, great defend.
That was a brilliant run, but an even more brilliant tackle from Kerry. Came across there and took that big player down. Beautiful. And there's a lost ball by Oldham. Can Salford cash in on that mistake? But that was ominous, that run up the field. I couldn't quite catch the player who made it, Steve.
Yeah, I think it was Foy, Jim, but I'm not sure, like you say. But a Salford scrum. What I was going to look at, what a nice break on from Kerry all of a sudden.
Kerry were almost making it to the line there for a similar move to the one that... Oh, I think they've lost the ball. No, I think he's given a free kick. No, it's a put into Oldham. Yes, if that would have been, that scrum would have been as near to the line as Oldham's was there, it would have been a try. It was exactly the same move. Loose forward taking the ball and giving it to the scrum half first.
An exciting start to this game, though, Jim. Oldham might have got the points on the table, but Salford showing that they're willing to come back and certainly attack the Oldham line, and a tremendous break from Kerry then.
And 3 tackles now from that scrum. There's Fieldhouse going in for tackle number 4. And that's the last one. 5th tackle. And again he's kicking over. Fell gathers that one. There's a good run there through into 3 men. And Oldham caught offside, well offside there.
Yeah, these kicks are really going over Fell's head, and perhaps he'll have to stand back a little bit deeper. But once he's recovering the ball, it's good to see Fell running very positively from the minute he gets the ball, running with some aggression and purpose. And a relieving penalty from Kerry, which gains good ground. I'm wondering, as this game goes on, whether both these teams have got league commitments. Oldham are down at the foot of the first division. I wonder whether they'll start to think about the balance between their desire to win the cup and also their desire to avoid relegation this season. And you never know whether that will affect their attitude or not.
Yes, although from the looks of it, both sets of players are very keen on winning this match. I think maybe it's directors and chairmen who are mostly concerned about league positions at this stage. Oh, there's a little dummy. And it's a nice little kick there from Mark Lee. Yes, the money's in the cup, and as you say, it can upset Oldham a little if they get through to a semi-final and then maybe to a final, and they're in a position where at the moment they're third from bottom of the league. It's those league matches that then start to become very, very important to them. Mike Ford coming away. Running hard there. It's Shane Hansen there in the tackle with his partner Leota. And the first fierce opening seems to have settled down a little now. Fell with a bit more room this time. It's Martin Burkett. Shane Hansen spills the ball out. Yes.
I was just thinking we have to mention that it has started raining if it's not that obvious, and that might turn out to be to Salford's advantages. It might be more mistakes, and certainly we saw one from Shane Hansen that was an unforced error.
Ball bouncing off his chest into the arms of the McAllister. Ball round. Can't get the ball out. It's the last tackle. They're all onside. People shouting offside. They're clear. And we spill that ball out too, under intense pressure from that kick, a very good kick. And Gilfillan forced to kick it dead. Oldham with the tails up here, and certainly at this stage I have to say that they're on attack. They're far more powerful and incisive than Salford at the moment, Steve.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but it was a difficult ball for Burkett to take, and they did very well to prevent a score, I think, then. Having said that, out in the field itself, the Salford forwards are tackling the hearts out. There's no doubt about that they're still looking as though that there's something that they can do. I don't think there's any need to be downhearted just yet.
Oh. No, that little dart through didn't come off at all. I'm Brett Clark. And Fieldhouse trying to burst his way through. Now they'll use the big men here. Ball round, last tackle again. Will they go for the drop? The drop. Missed. A drop by Ronnie Duane, playing hooker in place of the injured Richard Ruane. Andy Ruane.
Well, that could be a significant period in the play. Oldham have really opened like a house on fire. They've really gone for the Salford line all the time, and that little miss there just could prove a little turning point. It gives Salford a breather, the chance to bring the ball away, and it keeps the score just at 4-0 at the moment.
Yes, and there's Francis Leota. Powerful run into the tacklers there. There's David Shaw on for the injured Mick Waddle, who pulled out very late with a pulled hamstring. Well chased there for that kick, Salford. Ball. And Salford defence here holding out well against an onslaught. There's another kick, and that will go into touch. Salford's head and ball. Oldham certainly dictating the play with those kicks. This is what. And as happened in the Regal Trophy match here, the Salford pack being pushed a little there and making it very difficult for Kerry to gather the ball. A big, powerful pack here for Oldham. Oh, well done by Cassidy, almost through. Oh, Peter Williams, and there's Hadley away. It's the last tackle. That was a nice little run there. Nice little move by Mark Lee that set Salford away there. Back to one. And Oldham made a mistake in the defence there. Second tackle. This is Leota. Oh, a very powerful run, a good run there by Leota. Oh, and Burgess was almost over there. He's on the line there, the referee's having a very close look, but it's not over. The last tackle and he's settled for the one, but that was a fierce attack, and for one or two people down below me shouting rubbish, I'd have to say that the one thing in rugby league, if you don't come away from their scoring, you've failed.
Yeah, but it was a great period of play from Salford there. First of all, Williams drawing his man in to pass the ball on to Hadley for this left wing dash, and then the kick up in the air gave Salford the other opportunity to put Oldham under pressure, and they showed that in these sort of conditions anybody can make a mistake, and it gave a chance to Salford for 6 more tackles, and a couple of them Burgess, and then it was Sherratt, I think, must have been inches short of the line. Tremendous period of play, and the other thing, Jim, it keeps Kerry's scoring record intact, and we have to congratulate him for that. And there's another good take from Kerry.
Yes, having an excellent season, Kerry, and there's another one who's having a good season, Andy Burgess, under 21 international now. That's David Felt. Shane Hansen. Mark Lee. Gone to one. He must have touched an Oldham player. An Oldham player touched the ball, and there's Gilfillan having a dart through there. Holding down there in the tackle. Oh, he could. No, he almost got that ball out there to David Shaw. Peter Williams going through off Dave Fell's pass. It's the last tackle now. Dave fell up in the attack. There's nobody back. They're going to have to kick. Oh, Cassidy. He gave a little chip kick that came unstuck.
Yeah, unlucky. It's the non-standard move that often catches the opposition out, and I think Cassidy was very unlucky that time. It didn't quite come off.
The man refused to budge and make the gap. Salford having to defend strongly now. An Oldham player down. Austin Donegan. And that's Duncan Platt coming into the attack. Oh, nicely out that ball. The danger here. And it over, yes. Far too fast and incisive for Salford to cover there. Yes, and that's an excellent try by Oldham, scored by Mike Ford, and Austin Donegan, the Oldham prop, leaves the field, injured, limping very badly. Now that's a blow for Salford. 8-1 with the kick to come. So, well, can Salford come back from that?
Well, I don't see why not, Jim, because up to that try, in fact, Salford were having the better of the play. They'd had that period where they almost scored over the Oldham line. They had the period where they were keeping the Oldham attack very confined to the middle of the field. But in the end, there were just too many players involved from the Oldham side, and their handling was very sharp. It was very slick. They were taking the tackles, they were getting the ball out, and in the end it was Ford who was able to scurry over from about 15 yards out. 8 points to 1. Neither try has been converted. They've both been out in the corner, so that's something that might turn out to be to Salford's advantage as the game goes on. But it is starting to rain as well now, and this ball's going to get slippy, and perhaps the sharper pace of the Oldham team just maybe slowed a little bit if it gets heavy underneath.
Yes. Well, the main thing is again the difference in pace, and of course we have to admit that there are at least 5 regular Salford first teamers out injured for this match, and that's obviously having a great effect on this match so far. There's Gil Pillen going into the centre of the field. Don't know whether he switched positions with Burkitt, but
have we mentioned that Donegan's gone off?
yes, Donegan's gone off and Keith Atkinson's come on as a substitute. Another substitute being John Cogger. A moment, if Salford could get a try on the board here. That's it. Oldham fans shouting for obstruction for what is a move in the game known as shepherd. You only obstruct if you run behind the man with the ball, but then of course home fans don't like to see any decisions not going their way. That's gone straight out. Salford's advantage there, a turnover.
Yeah, there are a couple of interesting things about that. First of all, McAllister had far too much time to line up that kick. I mean, in the end, that wasn't a disadvantage because he sliced it. But also, David Fell has now positioned himself a few yards back so that he can see the kick coming towards him. He's not going to have to turn. But it's Oldham with the ball again.
This happened again in the Regal Trophy where Steve Kerry wasn't getting the ball because his forwards are being pushed off it as he's putting it in. And the lesson in there for how to pack. Well, I don't know what that man was doing, but he was wandering around with his back to the opposition and was just taken down. Hit for touch by Mike Ford. Now then, will Steve Kerry manage to get a clean ball from the scrum for once and show this Oldham crowd and this Oldham team just what he can do? Kerry did get that ball out, but again he was on his knees reaching for it. Didn't come out cleanly. That was a bit high down the neck from Paul Round, who's prone to that kind of thing. Good run by Burgess. No, the pass wasn't on. People were being pulled out, pushed out. Francis Leota going lovely. Nice little run by Leota. Still going. And Salford are really giving Oldham some problems when they attack like that. And that's a kick. Good chase through and tackle.
Well, that was a great play. You know what I was saying about Oldham not always playing at the super next speed? Then it was shown there, Jim, that Salford made a clear opening. It's just a pity that Burgess couldn't get his pass away out to the left. He had both Williams and Hadley there with him. But in all fairness to the Oldham cover, they managed to blot out the pass, and Burgess had to go down with the ball. But that was a good attack from Salford. That will certainly give them a lot of heart.
Yes, it shows that they can break this defence. Well tackled again by Stevie Kerry, and the big winger. And that will go dead.
Hectic stuff, Jim, one end of the field to the other. And there really was a chase on. Fell had it covered, but Irving really was catching up on him fast. So that gives Salford the chance to regroup and just remember that they brought on the Oldham defence a couple of times recently in just that last few minutes, and see if they can do it again.
Yes, now Sadie Hadley taking it there. Well, so far there's a gentleman down here supporting Oldham who Salford have not done a thing right. They've never played a ball, they've never passed one that wasn't forward, and they've knocked every pass on, and they've been offside. So far, that's the record from the terraces. I think it's what you call home bias.
Yeah, but we've got the away bias today.
Well, yes, that's what we're here for. Knock on. Well worked, but he didn't quite get through, and at the end he was making to pass and drop the ball.
Well, you know, Jim, I mean, you're absolutely right that Oldham do have the more pace and the more strength up front, but I see just some good signs coming that Salford are very much levelling things up. We are 2 tries down, but nevertheless we're here with the ball again.
I don't know what happened there. When they played the ball, Mike Ford, I think, took a dive, tried to get an illegal free kick. Something there, the linesman's on. And it's Des Foy being spoken to, something the linesman saw. He's pointing to his head. Off gouging, I think. He was making a sign with his fingers in the eyes, I think, there, Steve.
It might have been that. Let's hope not. Let's say that he was just putting his hands right across Williams' face unnecessarily, but a bit strong attacking platform for Salford.
Yes, and Shane Hansen taken down there. Derry. There's Burgess. Who's that? David Shaw driving his way there. Doing very well. Salford attacking this line now. I think they have 2 more tackles.
Oh, that's close, isn't it?
Very close, and it's the last tackle. Oh, he's kicked that badly. Too far.
But yet again, Jim, we've had a period of pressure on the Oldham line, and perhaps if there's a difference today, we've seen that the Oldham team have scored from those positions.
Yes, and there's another thing. Salford will have to watch that quick tap out from the 25. Some of them were still strolling back, and Oldham could very well have cashed in on that. Got to be alert all the time here. Kerry again. Kerry again broke that attack up. A good run through, but a brilliant tackle by Kerry. And Oldham are on the buzz again here. And the ball's in touch.
Well, another period of exciting play. That's Oldham springing to life yet again, showing that superior speed. But Salford's cover was certainly up to it then. Steve Kerry prominent, first of all, in the middle of the field. And then Hansen pulling down field house, but the play went on. It was Kerry back to cover the winger, and Hadley it was who made the interception. Oh, one against the head.
Yep, Clark there, and again Oldham win the head. Oldham may score here, will score here. Oh! Cassidy takes down Ford very well there. Fierce attack and fierce defence here. Oh, well played Salford there. It's the last tackle. It's not out of danger yet.
Well, you can hear the noise from the crowd. Something happened off the ball after the kick. Perhaps it was one of the Salford players who brought the man down. Is it Ford who's down there, Jim? But it was a tremendous, oh, it's Clark. A tremendous period of defence from Salford. They really had to withstand an enormous amount of pressure then. And in the end, the referee has listened to the touch judge and it's play on, no penalty. So whatever he was on for, the referee has decided it wasn't serious enough to give a penalty. Full credit to that Salford defence, and in the end David fell clearing and the kick out comes now.
The referee is telling them that he saw the incident and didn't judge it to be a foul. Sometimes players, you know, kick through, Steve, and then fall down or run into an opponent deliberately in order to get a free kick. And the referee wasn't having any of that. Now Oldham again on attack. Luke, Salford, you mustn't let that man, tremendous power of that man to drive through tackles like that.
Oh yes, a great individual effort after Salford and all the hard work. He came on, put his head down, went right the way through, and that's exactly what he did in the Regal Trophy, if I remember rightly, Jim. Very reminiscent of the sort of thing that Desi Drummond can do. And this time it's given Oldham a score by the posts. So this is going to make it Salford quite difficult to get back into this game now. Excellent try, the second try from him.
Well, 14 points to 1. Duncan Platt converting that try by Richard Irwin, and I think it looks very ominous now for Salford. I don't think they're going to withstand much more of this pressure. That was a case of them having gone through a fierce bout of tackling, defending, and just not having enough to hold that man as he burst through. And Oldham on the rampage now. And it's all Oldham now. Oh, well done. Shut having some treatment. I don't think it's much. Look at this, pushing Salford off this ball again. You see, Salford are losing this game, Steve, because they are failing to control the scrums. Steve Curry can't do anything about it. He's putting the ball in and they're pushing us off it straight away. They're not together as a pack. Of course, we've lost some of the pack. We've lost Blease out of the pack and we've lost Waddle out of the pack. So Oldham are getting the ball from our putting and their putting, and that's the reason why at this stage they're leading by 14 points to 1. Can't play without the ball. Felt plays the ball to himself there because there were no markers. Oh, carry away. Great play there by Leota and Kerry. And now Salford on attack. There's Mark Lee. Gives to Cassidy. And they're taking off the ball there. And the linesman's on. Mark Lee. There should be more than 10 minutes for that kind of thing off the ball.
Absolutely, but look at that again, Jim, down this left-hand side, what Salford were able to do. They drew the men in, and it was Leota first of all who went forward, and he managed to get his pass out to Kerry, who made a good few yards. And from that period of play again, Salford on attack. And it's only 10 minutes for that offence. It really is totally unnecessarily. Long after the ball had gone, and that's a sort of offence that really should be punished more heavily than that. As it is, Salford have now got a period when they've got to play Oldham with Oldham will have only 10 men, and we can see whether this period of play they can put them in the ascendancy. Kerry's choosing to go for goal, which I'm sure is the right thing to do. 2 more points here will be very valuable.
Yes, and I think, really speaking, those who are complaining that that's a sending off and not a sin bin offence, I agree with them. And Paul Round is more noted for that kind of thing than at times for intelligent play. Kerry converts that, 14 points to 3. Very unsporting section of the crowd below us, hurling personal abuse at Salford players. I don't know why. Must be something in the air. That's Brandy Burgess making a good run. Cassidy. Oh, nicely Guilford. And Hansen there, driving through. They're not giving up, Salford. Ewan Sherratt got the ball out. The last tackle. And that's Burkitt. He's gone. Seems to have gone on the Guilford, was it? And it's a turnover. Oldham on attack again now. Williams has him well, yes. Tried to go in and take the ball, and gave a bit of advantage to him. And there's Richard Irving this time, taken down by Shane Hansen. Must score here. And once again, Kerry's actually got a good scrum. And almost through. You see, if Kerry can get a good scrum, he's capable of doing that. Offside.
Yeah, that was a good decision from the referee, and I think perhaps he's been a bit harsh on some of these things you're saying about the scrum, Jim, because the one that Oldham won earlier so convincingly, they actually all put their heads down to charge as Kerry was putting the ball in. Now that one that Salford won, Salford did the same and held it much better. So I don't think all is quite so black as perhaps you're seeing it just for that minute. And Salford perhaps lucky not to concede a try there, but coming back brightly, you know. Look, goodness, Chris passing along the line and Burgess still going. Yes,
Salford are playing with plenty of spirit. There is Burkett and Williams going through there. And there's a half-time hooter with a score at Oldham 14, Salford 3. Steve, going to be an uphill battle in the second half if we're going to get through to the semi-final.
Well, it is, but it's only a hill at the moment, Jim. It's not a mountain, and I still don't think they're out of it. I think if they can get a score early on in the second half, and they have shown signs from time to time that they can break this defence down, that still anything's possible. But as you say, half-time, Oldham 14, Salford 3. Salford have got it all to do. No, I think it's about another 5 or 6 minutes, Jim.
So we've got a one-man advantage then. There's Adi Hadley. Forwards trying to battle away there. Andy Burgess is through almost. A bit soon that pass. Last tackle. No. That was a good touch finder.
It was a good kick into open space over the far side of the field, and I was surprised that Irving let that roll into touch. You would have thought that he might have wanted to grab that one, to be sure, and made a few yards with it. However, we have got inside the Oldham half, and they are still down to 12 men at the moment.
Ball out, and 4 taken down by Andy Burgess and Cassidy. And then now it's Clark's turn. Charlie McAllister's going to have a run here. No, he's taken down. Yes, well covered there by Frank Cassidy. And there's Gilfillan, taken down by Anderson. Francis Leota. Strong run, good strong run. Took 3 men to stop him. Shane Hansen. Oh, well done, Cassidy. Kenny fell. Oh, that's beautiful play by Salford. And the last tackle. In touch. In touch, but that's not so bad because it was a last tackle and at least it's not a turnover.
Wonderful play from Salford. We said if they could score a try at the opening few minutes of the half, anything was possible. And with that break, which involved Cassidy drawing his man and getting his pass out and Kerry linked up, that was a wonderful opportunity for them. But again, we just showed the slight speed difference between the two teams, that Salford had many support but couldn't make it to the line, whereas the Oldham defenders were back and snuffed out the chance. But a tremendous attack, one of the best flowing movements of the game, that one, Jim.
And again, it was Frank Cassidy, a little bit of magic from Frank there. The ball's out and the pack's not down yet.
No, but you see what's happening now. Salford have certainly learned their lessons in the scrum, and they were doing to Oldham then what Oldham did to Salford in the first half.
Yes, they were making it hot for Mike Ford there. Another tackle. Salford really showing some fighting spirit here. And they've dropped the ball, and it's Kerry. What a player this man is. Come on. Yes. Peter Williams almost to the line. And Salford fiercely on attack here. Being held down there. Salford striving to get a ball over that line. Going out. Yes! Oh! Francis Leota almost on a brilliant pass from Cassidy. Hard lines, Salford. Well played, Salford.
Oh, magnificent Salford. Brilliant play. So unlucky on 3 occasions not to go over. Most unlucky. A try then really would have set us up, but come on, a lot of heart from this. Oh, and his rounds back on. His 10 minutes have soon gone. Brilliant period of play from Salford.
He did. I don't think that ball saw anybody in the front or the second rows. But Salford's packed now and determined not to allow that.
Well, I saw that very clearly, Jim, and in all fairness, it was Cassidy who knocked him down after he passed the ball. But it really didn't seem to be anything like as bad as the forwards inferring that it was. But he certainly clobbered him after the event, and the referee's suggesting to him that he's making a bit of a meal of it, and that's not the first time that's happened, is it, Jim?
No. And that's a free kick from that. Yes, I think the referee did say that he was making rather a meal of it, and actually making a fist there to somebody else. He's telling those teammates to get stuck in, I think. I don't think we want any more of that in this game. And Salford are not...
And perhaps it was just coincidence that the referee singled out Cassidy to be offside then. And Oldham wanting a breather, because they've just withstood some enormous Salford pressure. And full credit to Oldham, they were down to 12 men. And, oh, there's a slice kick, and they did prevent Salford from scoring. Bad luck to Salford, who did all the right things and just couldn't find the extra 3 or 4 inches that were needed to make it score count. Here's the danger man. Well tackled.
Yes, Francis Leota was inches away, and it was another brilliant pass from Cassidy that put him through the gap. And he spilled the ball again, Fieldhouse. in Shaddocks. Offside. So that's one for each side now. I think it's the first offside decision we've had at the play of the ball, and Cassidy's away.
Well, that's great play in the Salford road to take the ball, and yet there was a man there stopping him playing the ball, and the referee let him play it on. It should surely have been another penalty to Salford.
Should have been. He was in an offside position as he played that ball. I think they've recognised that there's danger in Francis Leota's runs. Oh, they've shot up there, almost over. Salford are playing brilliant football here. No. Shane Hansen has got the ball out. And it's the last tackle again. Yes, Cassidy and Hadley there should have surely have kicked the ball, chipped the ball over or something there.
Yeah, that seemed the options open to us over this right-hand side. So it gives Oldham the chance to recover, and look at that powerful man, McAllister. But it's great play from Salford, tremendous heart, you know, in this Salford team, Jim.
It's a wonderful performance, considering all the disadvantages they're under in this game. Now we may drop it again. Oh, this time Fieldhouse manages to hold on to the ball. Yes, it's the last tackle. A kick. And Hadley takes it. He was well positioned for that. Hadley's been well looked after this afternoon. They're tackling him. They know there's danger if that man gets away. In actual fact, it was a high tackle there on Shane Hansen. And now Salford must get a line up here. Now Duncan Platt's taken down. There's the winger Irving again, trying to drive his way through. McAllister. And the ball's fortunately for Oldham, they might recover that ball. It was almost in Gilfillan's hands. It's a wipe out of the tackles. Second tackle of this series now. Well covered, Salford, well covered. And we're very fortunate there, Oldham. That ball was hanging in the air, could easily have been intercepted. But it must be getting towards the last tackle now. Easily in now. Easily in.
Well, the attack, the defence was good, but it was sucked over to the left, and in the end, the pass over to McAllister gave him the easiest of tries.
McAllister, big powerful man, strode into a gap. But there again you see. And he kicks the goal. That's put this tie out of Salford's reach. 20 points to 3.
Yes, probably the hill's becoming something of a mountain now, because Salford did exactly what we said we would hope that they would do, and that is that for the first 10 minutes of this half they really have attacked magnificently, been very unfortunate not to score themselves, and I think we'll be a little disappointed to have conceded a try with what was really Oldham's first attack of this half. disappointment, but by no reason at all to be in any way downhearted from this Salford performance, this game, and particularly at the start of this half.
Yes, and Salford are now going to have to get back in this game for the pride, not to win, because don't think there's some terribly unsporting comments about a clash of heads, accidental clash of heads there, because a Salford player happened to be the victim, but that's what crowds are, unfortunately, in this day and age. A lot of the sportsmanship seems to have gone out of rugby fans. It looks as if Leota's injured there, his shoulder. He's missed about 9 matches. But whatever it is, he doesn't want to come off. Kick. Blocked it. Salford tiring a little here, Steve, now letting players run through the tackles. This is not a feature of Salford. He didn't let that one run through. That was Francis Leota, injured shoulder or not, and Hansen together. Oldham now doing their best to get another score. Last tackle. Oh, he must be offside. He's offside. He must be offside. It was a good 10 yards offside. I watched him as the man was going to kick the ball, and it's
isn't serious. Is it the same shoulder that he damaged before? Can you tell? I mean, it's tremendous that he didn't want to come off. That's tremendous spirit from the man. And immediately after we saw the first signs of his knock, he was in tackling as if there was absolutely nothing the matter with him. But we know Joel Walsh will be there, playing his part. Salford by no means disgraced. They may be losing, and there's Joe with his first drive. But we hope Leota's injury isn't serious and that he'll soon be out to be playing for Salford again.
Cassidy again. Oh, did well to get away from that. Yes. That was unfortunate. Pass had to be made then. He'll have to kick now. Kick up and a chase. And well done, well chased, Joe Walsh. Fresh legs. No, come on now, referee. That man had no right to push the opponent out of the way, head high like that. Well, it's well held by Salford. They're not giving up, they're not collapsing.
Nice little move that was, you know, from the Salford team. But again, it just showed the extra strength of the of the Oldham defence, where the men were drawn in, but they didn't let the attacker go. Was that what, around having standing on Hansen or something? Oh, what a shame. Poor man, obviously injured, and wanting to play on, concedes the scrum.
And John Cogger comes on. And you see that again, Paul Round acting like some kind of thug again on the field against Shane Hansen there. Cogger's taking the place of Richard Russell. Shane Hansen's suffering there. Well tackled by Cassidy. Yes, there's been nothing evil in this match, but they've had that 2 incidents there that are absolutely unnecessary. But I'm afraid that for the man himself, typical. Peter Williams is making his apologies to the referee. There's a free kick there to Oldham.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of frustration there because Salford have worked so hard. They've done a lot of good things in this game, and we're 20 minutes into the second half, but perhaps they're just feeling that maybe it's gone away from them now, and it's certainly pride that's at stake.
Now Oldham may score again here. In their big men. Another try, another step.
Well, that was your mate, that, Jim, I think. It was Paul Round crashing his way over from short range under the post, so that certainly puts Oldham safe for this game now.
That was converted. Now that makes the score 26-3. Scored by Paul Round. If he did a bit more of that and a bit less of his other nonsense, I'm sure I, for one, would appreciate him a little more.
Change on the Salford side. It's the first time I've seen Jason O'Loughlin. He's on, and I think who's gone off? Owen Hansen had to go off, obviously, after his injury. So I don't know who they'll put in the forwards. Oh, Hadley, of course they will. Hadley's will go into the pack. And it's nice to see Jason O'Loughlin.
Yes, Salford have lost 2 forwards now, Leota and Shane Hansen. So it's a matter now of can they hold out and prevent any runaway by Oldham in the last 15 minutes. McAllister they're making it tell now. Salford must be tired. It was the last tackle, and Ward played it to himself and kicked ahead. I don't know what he's done there. It's a free kick for something, well, pushing away. Just a few moments ago we saw Joe Walsh taken by his head as he was running in to make a tackle by a man who just passed the ball. The referee now just given a free kick for Cassidy pushing after the ball had been played. It's a bit of a funny one, that.
Well, Oldham fans delighted, obviously, that they're going to win today. Now, Jim, I don't think there's any doubt about it, but I mean, I don't know whether you saw the Widnes-Warrington game yesterday. If Oldham have to play Widnes playing in the form that they were in yesterday, then I don't think they can fancy the chances of getting to Wembley. They've certainly played, they've had the extra pace on Salford without necessarily playing better than Salford.
That's right, Salford have performed very well, considering, of course, also, again, we must emphasise the key people who are out of the team through injury. Now, it's a matter of playing it out now and keeping the score down for Salford. With some of the people that made comments like the one we've just heard about an injured player who would get onto a field for 2 or 3 minutes now and again and have a go.
Lee immediately realised that he got a problem, and it looks a serious one, and it was very sporting of the Oldham players to move away and call on the trainer. That looks serious, and it's Duane in particular that he's broken his ankle. Oh, this is a sad sight, Jim, isn't it? Lee played so well for Salford this season, been at the heart of so many things, so many of the good things that have been going on the pitch. Still a young lad. But this is a sad sight. I think everybody in that tackle knew that something serious had happened the minute he went down. Lee felt it, and so Leota will come back on. He himself is injured, so it's all going wrong for Salford now. Making 110% effort. They almost scored on several occasions at the start of the second half, and that's a sad sight, and could probably turn out to be the end of Lee's season. Jim, we wish him well. We hope it's not as serious as it looks. Generous applause, and rightly so, from this Oldham crowd. He looks in a lot of pain there, Jim. We hope it's something that will heal quickly.
It's certainly a blow for Salford, because he is the key man behind most of the attacking play of Salford from the play of the ball. And they can do this now because Salford are really struggling. But still, not giving up. Still coming in, tackling fiercely, Salford, not giving up. It's the last tackle.
Well, there's not a lot you can say about that one, is there, Jim? David Fell had the ball covered comfortably, and then there was a cruel bounce which took it away from him. He slipped a little bit. He slipped a little bit, and it was the Oldham winger. It was Henderson that time, showing his extra pace, and all he had to do was touch down.
And they're taking the kick. It's Atkinson who's kicking in place of Duncan Platt, who went off, but that was a disaster for Salford. Yeah. Kind of thing that happens when you're down and up against it. Very cheerful Oldham, not a very optimistic Oldham fan, telling us that it will be like this every week next season. I'm sure it means that they'll be going down, but there's the goal kick. And it's now a mammoth score against Salford, 32-3, the biggest defeat of the season. Well, of course, you know, if you run into somebody as fiercely as that and he comes and gives you a little dig afterwards, he should be big enough to take it, and I'm sure Charlie McAllister is, even if the crowd isn't. It's a bloody drop. Well recovered there by Salford. Oh, and there's another Oldham player, I think, acting a goal here.
Full credit to Salford, they're just not giving up, they're just not stopping, they're just not being railroaded. And he's calling out David Fell. Now, David Fell, I don't think has committed a foul on anybody all season, has he, Jim? But he's been penalised for perhaps something, a tackle off the ball or after the ball. But full credit to Salford for not allowing Oldham to run away with that attack, getting back to cover and also to defend.
Yes, because they certainly got the tails up, Oldham. And Oldham are just playing the ball about here, gay abandon. Oh, that's intercepted, yes. Hi, Cassidy, yes.
So a bit of relief for Salford. And there's Jason O'Loughlin's first touch of the ball, hanging on to it and making a good few yards.
That pass went to knock on. Oh, I'm sure that went forward from the man's body. Jason O'Loughlin in there with the tackle. Salford not been up in this half for quite some time now. It's all Oldham. Quite sure what Fieldhouse was trying on there. Not played the ball.
It was just interesting. A few seconds before that, I think I heard Steve Kerry from here shouting to Jason O'Loughlin to get in line and get up and tackle. Because I just followed O'Loughlin around, and he'd certainly run around a lot without particularly making a tackle or having the opportunity to make a tackle. So here's a bit of relief for Salford.
Well played, David Fell. And I'm sure that if Salford could score a try, it'll do them a world of good to fight them. And there's David Shaw. Unlucky there, Salford. Now Salford, if they can keep them penned down here for 6 tackles and come back at them. 4. And well, he made a bit of a mess of that. Yes, yes. And they've not given up at all, really. They've shown plenty of fighting spirit against odds. Free kick, hooking the ball out after the... A good run again there. Aye. Andy Burgess. Oh no, Cogger, idiot. Cogger, you're a clown, I'm sorry. No need at all for that. Winning a match 32-3 in the dying moments of the game and resorting to that. It's terrible.
That's a good kick, Jim. It would really be nice for Salford to finish on a high and get a try right at the end of this game. They certainly deserved a lot more out of this game.
Oh, well tackled, both of them. Both players well tackled. Kerry and Fell, yeah, good tackling. And still Salford tackling the hearts out there. I don't know how many tackles he's giving them, but there's quite a few gone.
No mistake from David Fell that time. He made sure that he was covering the ball. And it's Salford who have the kick out from under the post. There are about 2 minutes to go with a bit of stoppage time perhaps. Comfortable victory for Oldham, 34 points to 3. But in spite of the scoreline, Salford have been by no means disgraced.
There's Paul Round just barging into players, playing at the fullback. And the winger's taken down there. Salford still having to tackle. Yeah, another easy try. For Salford now. There's an Oldham player out there lying injured. Is it the winger?
Yes, it's Irvin who's down there. He was injured in that last tackle. There's a few injuries around at the moment. Anderson's also received a knock on the Oldham side. Both teams have had to use all their substitutes. And I think Salford will perhaps be counting the cost of this game, Jim, when they report for training. It certainly might be quite a different team that we see on Wednesday against Chorley. But perhaps if there is any consolation, it means there can be a single-mindedness now and making sure that promotion becomes assured.
So that's another kick that makes it 40 points to 3. Really crushing defeat for Salford, but as Steve says, it's what kind of a team we'll have to turn out on Wednesday. And Salford now we've got to concentrate on one issue. Well, 2, winning the second division championship and winning the Premier Trophy, second division Premier Trophy at Old Trafford in May. But I'm sure the Salford fans will not be too downhearted. Oldham has had the ascendancy all the game and the power and the pace, but Salford have kept with them, never given up the ghost. And fielding again. This game's almost at an end. Oh, and a good tackle there. Brilliant cover. David Feld bringing it back. Yes, again there, the way, and that Salford managed to. There's Laughlin, young A-teamer. There's Burkitt, and that's the end. And that's the end of a sad afternoon for Salford. The cup hope's gone. Well beaten in the end by a much bigger and faster team.